Oh, wait, sorry, Colby, can you hand me my glasses?
Of course. There.
I just don't want to miss a thing. You like that setup? You like that?
That was good, yeah.
Because you're like, you can get that yourself.
Right, yeah. Just reach over and grab it.
What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This.
Theme music.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new month of Who Watches This.
Yeah.
And Colby, what's this month's theme?
I figured we'd keep an eye on the skies, and we'll do asteroids and comet month.
Yeah, right. Because those movies are super romantic for February. They always end. There's always a romance in those movies.
There is.
So, kudos.
I'll make sure that everyone has a romance.
A nice little reach around.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys are just joining us, we do the show in different segments. And our first segment is I'm gonna do a little ditty for you for the trailer. All right.
Right. Yeah, we used to not do it rhyming, and Barry just pulls out some chords.
Oh no, this one I'm gonna use the soundtrack for this one. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I'm missing you, baby. And I'm watching 1998's Armageddon. You know, that song, I love that song when it came out. That and Goo Goo Dolls' Iris during the 90s.
Right.
What a way to cap a decade.
We'll start off with a fun fact about the movie. It originally wasn't planned to have a soundtrack.
What?
But Godzilla came out a few months earlier and announced it was going to have a soundtrack. And they were like, oh, well, Godzilla's going to be our big competition movie for summer blockbuster. So we got to put out a soundtrack too.
Oh, man. And you know what? That soundtrack...
Right, and I think
that movie
they hit up Aerosmith, and Aerosmith did a new original song for the movie.
I don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah, and it was
you know, obviously the competition that they had felt like they had, which was not Deep Impact. Apparently, it was Godzilla. Is the Godzilla that Colby never wants to talk about?
Right, because it's the Godzilla movie with out Godzilla in it. I make that joke is like this big monster came, attacked New York. I waited the whole movie for Godzilla to show up and destroy it, and then they just shot it down with some airplanes, and the movie ended.
I know if you listen, none of you I feel like are ever really gonna go to Colby's house, but he has statue figurines of Godzillas.
I do,
and he doesn't have USA Godzilla.
I don't. I have a Gamera, but no American Godzilla.
But yeah, today we're going to be talking about the what would you classify this as? What kind of movie is this classified under?
Oh, this has got to be
a disaster film.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a disaster. We're talking about the 1998 disaster film Armageddon, starring Bruce Willis, a young Affleck.
Yep.
And what I'm pretty sure the reason why Aerosmith did the trailer in this song, Liv Tyler.
Right. That's true. And then I didn't remember this till I rewatched this earlier today. Owen Wilson's in this.
Oh, I know. It is one of the first times I think I saw Owen Wilson on the big screen.
Yep. And as I was watching it, I was like, I don't remember him in this, but he is amazing. And then he dies, and I'm like, oh, what?
I know, and
kill Ben Affleck. Why did you kill this guy?
No, because Ben Affleck just came off the hype of Reindeer Games.
Yes.
And Owen Wilson, he was still the younger brother of Luke Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And so, he's still a pretty unknown at this point. He wasn't ka-chowing into your kids' hearts yet. Or lightsaber sound effects, not just yet.
And then what it had? Vin Rames?
No. So Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh, is it
from Green Mile? Yeah, and the Finder. Yeah, right there.
No,
Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh, is that who it was?
It's, you know what? It's a fair comparison because
in my head I was like, hey, this was like right after Pulp Fiction, and it was like Bruce Willis is in it, so he probably was like, come on.
Yeah, but Michael Clark Duncan was just coming off his Green Mile fame. That was a movie, right? Green Mile, yeah. No, it's a fair thing because also Ving Rhames was also in the the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So maybe that's what you're kind of like connecting the two. He's in another space movie. Oh yeah, but this movie is directed by the man who loves explosions himself. It's directed by Michael Bay.
Yes.
You know,
and then I guess J.J. Abrams is also.
Oh yeah, he's a screenplay.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy, Mr. Bad Robot himself, did the screenplay. He's probably like, he was like, oh, I need a break from Dark Angel. That was his baby, right? Yeah. Sorry, Joss Whedon was just running the 90s, so
right,
kind of easy to mix the two up.
Yes.
So I didn't get to watch this movie. We were like, the holidays just got done, so we're all a little bit busy. But I've seen this movie enough times where it just felt like a huge music video. But I remember it well enough, right? The movie starts off on the oil rig.
No.
Oh, no, sorry, it doesn't.
It starts off with a very
in the space
slow clip or short clip of an asteroid hitting and just basically killing off the dinosaurs.
Oh, is that
Dan oil rig? Yeah.
Wait, no. He goes killing off the dinosaurs, and then doesn't it go into space, or is that before? Is that after the oil? Okay, so.
Oh no, you're right. Right. So it kills off the dinosaurs, and then then it's titled, and then it's lots of little asteroids destroying all of
it kills Eddie Griffin.
Yes. All the like the
parts of New York. It kills first of all, NASA had a mission prior to that. It failed. They died. But pieces of it did break off and then crash landed to I believe New York.
Right. Yeah, so it was a small meteorite hit the satellite. And then all that stuff fell, and that's when they started looking, and they're like, why is there a little meteorite? And they're like, oh, because there's a big, giant meteorite the size of Texas.
Man, you don't want anything size of Texas coming at you.
Right.
But yeah, Eddie Griffin died. Oh, no, he doesn't die. He actually survives.
With his little dog.
With his little dog. I thought that...
Which is the most unrealistic part of this entire movie.
That's the most.
He's there with his dog. Chunk of satellite hits. Boom! Huge explosion. Giant hole in the ground. Eddie Griffin's like on the side. He's like into the hole is the leash, and the little dog's like, just help me, daddy.
Yeah, I thought the dog was hanging because it was like on the leash, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
did they just hang a dog?
I know you can't kill a dog like that, but
this is not a horror film.
That dog was dead.
But yeah, it turns out that NASA actually took the blueprints of a famous driller.
Ow! Oh, gee! We just talked. I didn't even just poop. Eddie Griffin's dog runs over and attacks a street salesman's giant blow-up Godzilla.
Oh, wow. That was their little FU to Godzilla.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, they're like, I wasn't a big Ferris Bueller fan anyway. But yeah, it turns out that NASA actually took the blueprints off of a famous driller.
Right.
And we get a clip of them on the oil rig, and Bruce Willis, playing our main character, Harry, catches AJ, played by Ben Affleck, with his daughter.
Yep.
Slut. No, no, he catches her with Grace, and oh man, Bruce Willis is heated. If he had hair, he would have lost it right there. Right.
And so he basically chases Ben Affleck around the oil rig with a shotgun.
And it's funny enough, Michael Clark Duncan's like the only one that can kind of like stop him for a second. He's like, I just wanted to give the kid a chance. It's my Michael Clark Duncan voice. I don't want to do the Green Mile voice. I feel like that one's a little hot topic for me to do.
Yeah.
I loved him in that movie though. Apparently, in that movie, Michael Clark Duncan, the Green Mile is a Stephen King book, right? I think it is.
Maybe.
Because I remember watching a YouTube video about how Green Mile, he had the shine. And that's why he was able to like absorb and all that stuff.
Okay.
Sorry, little side note for you guys. If you've never watched a Green Mile, watch it and then cry.
It had
ugly cry.
I've only seen it once, and it was like right when it first came out. So like I totally don't remember.
Yeah, did you
like
ugly cry, though?
I remember the basics of the movie, but I don't remember that the like if they mentioned he had the shine or something like that.
Oh no, they didn't mention in the movie, but someone was doing a YouTube video about like the Stephen King universe.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, if you ever want an ugly cry, that's like one of those movies. But yeah, no, Bruce Willis is chasing AJ with a shotgun, just shooting this shotgun willy nilly. Steve Buscemi is being Steve Buscemi. Like, oh, whoa. Steve Buscemi has always been like 60.
Right. Yeah. This was
98.
98, and then he's just recently was in Miracle Workers with Daniel Radcliffe. The show looks exactly the same, plays exactly the same part, except for he's God or the crazy psycho killer. You know, whatever.
Steve Buscemi is like the epitome of like he's always looked old, but now he's aged gracefully because he's always looked old. But while that's all happening, right? He's like, "You're on the next boat out of here because you've been sleeping with my daughter." And he tells his daughter, like, "You're going back to the office, back on the mainland."
Yep.
She's like, "I quit because I love Ben Affleck."
Right. Yeah, and it's his daughter. She's basically lives on the oil rig with everybody because Bruce is their dad and her mom left them.
Yeah.
And she works there, so she's like public relations or something.
Yeah, she does like
she's speaking
on behalf
Chinese to the Chinese diplomat who comes to the oil rig or whatever.
and take a gander at it. They're like, "Oh, how do you do this?"
Yeah.
But yeah, and so like they take a little vacay, right? Because of the whole craziness that's happened on the rig.
Right.
We cut back to NASA with Billy Bob Thornton. This is a star-studded cast, by the way.
It is.
I am not going to be able to talk about everybody in here because a good 40 minutes of this movie is montage. But it's star-studded, right? And so they're like, "We need the best driller in the world." And, they go pick up Bruce Willis.
Yep.
Because, if he's going to be anything in this world, it's going to be the best driller.
Yeah.
And so they take him to like a hangar, and he's like, "So you guys took my blueprint. Fuck that drill up."
Yeah.
Because Daddy wasn't there. And now you want me to go to space to drill 800 feet into this asteroid.
Right.
So
That we can place a bomb.
So we can place a bomb. Well, I mean, you call the right person, but I only work with people that I trust.
Right.
And who does he trust? The people he's been digging with for the past 10, 15 years.
Right.
And so we get a nice little montage of everybody on vacation. They're like, "Come on, man, we got to go save the world." He's like, "You telling me I have to be a hero?" It is
actually a pretty fun
montage.
Like a Avengers. Let's get all the Avengers, and they got to go to like everybody's like little hometown and pick them up. Oh, and Wilson's out there riding his horse.
Oh yeah, he is like a super cowboy in this. Steve Buscemi, I think where is he?
He's a strip club. Because he plays a huge pervert. And every time they're like, the police come up, he's always like, "That girl didn't tell me how old she was."
Back in the 90s where you could make jokes.
Right, yeah. Well, that was an appropriate joke.
Yeah. And it's funny, a lot of people like to give Michael Bay a lot of shit for not being able to establish a story, or like have a decent story. But, in this movie, he's pretty decent at putting together a whole team, and then you kind of giving them all each characters.
Right. Yeah, it's not like here's two people and then here's some background people.
Yeah.
Like you get to know each one of the characters enough to care about them.
Yeah, which is really nice. So like, as much as I also have kind of like, was upset about the whole Transformer saga, but I was like, for this one I gotta give him some props. Because he gave everybody backstories within like a very like almost like Into the Spider-Verse style. Super fast, super quick, right? He does go see AJ though, and he's like, I told you I wouldn't work with you anywhere on this planet. Luckily, we're not gonna be working on this planet. And he's like, Harry, what's the job? What are you doing? And so, after they assemble everybody, tell them like the logistics of everything that's going to happen.
Yeah, right. They first get him there and they're like, we're going to space. And he's like, what? We're mining ore on the moon? And they're like, nope.
We're going to blow it up. Which, oh man, it's super like, I'm kind of sad that they didn't get to, do some superhero shit with that. Like, gather at least a little bit, take it back home. Maybe they can synthesize it, make a new metal or whatever. But yeah, that's besides the point, right? They all start training, but they all talk to Harry and they're like, "Hey, listen, man, if we're gonna do this, this isn't like a weekend excavation or anything,
right?
Where a lot of us might not come back." So we got a list of demands.
Yeah. It is the most ridiculous list of demands.
He's like, Steve, he has a whole bunch of unpaid parking tickets. He wants that cleared off. Johnson over there, he wants citizenship for 2 girls, no questions asked. So it's like, it's funny because like, in any other context, they're kind of dirtbags. But, because it's this cast, it's like they're lovable dirtbags.
Right.
I forgot what Owen Wilson's like his demands were.
I can't remember.
But
they all agree that no pay no taxes for the rest of their life. And apparently that's a joke because Bruce Willis always gets in trouble because he always tries to not pay taxes on anything.
But I'm like, if I'm going to risk my life, I don't want me or anyone in my family to ever have to pay taxes for the rest of for mine and my generations to pass.
Right.
Like they're like on our Social Security, there has to be a no tax clause.
Right. Yeah.
That's a pretty sweet
You get a little star on your Social Security card or something.
And then you come back, you open up like Amazon. Now you're never getting taxed because you saved the fucking world.
So true.
But we get a pretty sweet montage here. And then during this whole training montage where they're going through like air training, like no gravity training and all that stuff, we get to see them build relationships between the rest of the crew. AJ's very close with Owen Wilson.
Right.
I forgot how their conversations go. Steve Buscemi's dirtbagging it with Bruce Willis a couple times, and like Michael Clark Duncan. I would love, like, God rest his soul, but man, I would have really loved to have seen a buddy cop movie with Steve Buscemi and Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh, that would have been fun. Yeah.
Like Steve Buscemi is like sort of like the dirtbaggy cop, and then Michael Clark Duncan's the straight lace one.
Yep.
I told you. You know what? I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna try to impersonate the late great Michael Clark Duncan. What a gem! I would have really have liked to meet him, but then they say don't meet your heroes. I'm afraid to meet Terry Crews because what if he's not as awesome as I think he is?
Right.
But I feel like he is though.
Yeah. I met Danny Trejo, and way cooler than you expect.
What? When?
I went to a convention.
Oh.
It was actually here in Vegas. It was a horror convention, and he was like, he did like a little talk, and we went, watched him, and then like shook his hand and
and he made everybody vegan tacos.
He did make fun of Quentin Tarantino's foot fetish.
You know, it's really disturbing the amount of like powerful men in Hollywood that have a foot fetish. I don't get it. I really don't. No, but we have a little sweet scene with Liv Tyler and Ben Affleck. They're in bed together, and he's like, "I want to marry you."
Yeah, yeah. They have a couple little romantic things because they have one where they're out like before they kind of go into like military or the Air Force
or the
NASA training. They're out like in a field, and he's got like little dinosaur chicken McNuggets, and he's
Dino nuggets. He has some dino nuggets.
He's walking on her tummy, and they're all like being all romantic and stuff. Yes,
yeah. You know, young Ben Affleck, not a bad looking guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he just looks tired all the time.
We'll throw a fun fact in here. The director was like, Ben Affleck, I think you're a very handsome man, but you have baby teeth. So before we start filming, do you mind if I take you to the dentist and we cap your teeth? And so they spent almost $20,000 to cap Ben Affleck's teeth because he thought that in Good Will Hunting he had baby teeth.
So they put veneers on him?
Yeah, and apparently he still has them.
Ooh, man, that's so weird.
That's why he's got such a beautiful smile, because it's
tired. He looks so tired though. I always see that Batman meme, or like that meme when he was Batman and he's like smoking a cigarette, like,
yeah.
Man, why do you look so tired? I feel like you and Matt Damon are due for another movie.
Matt Damon's looking.
Oh, he still looks good.
No, he's starting to look old.
Oh, well, you know, how old are they? They're like your age, right?
Yeah. But I don't look old. I still look like I'm.
Yeah, people still comment that you still look like how you did back in 2000.
Right.
It's the stress-free life. You know, a lot of people ask, you know, like, why do you look so young? I'm like, it's because I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. I'm sorry. Oh, no. But the training montage ends, and they all gear up to go to space.
Right.
There's a little bit tensions with, like, one of the NASA pilots. That guy's always playing a dick.
Always.
He was a dick in The Longest Yard.
Every single thing I've ever seen him in. I think that's like in the script. It's like dick. And then like, oh, let's hire that guy.
Yeah, there was a couple of like little hiccups during the training because, you know, AJ, played by Ben Affleck, he wants to be a leader. You know, he's been under the tutelage of Bruce Willis for so long, but you know, sometimes like Jackie Chan said, or Jet Li said, you know, you can't have two tigers on one mountain.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know, and it's like a nice little mirror because maybe Bruce Willis, Harry, he sees himself a lot in AJ.
And a couple other people make that comment.
Yeah, he's just like you.
Yep.
Yeah, because the whole crew is like, you should let him date your daughter. He's a good guy. And, you know, and to be honest, we've all had a hand in raising your daughter with you.
Right.
So we all feel like we're her papas. But, you know, they're like, Harry's like, let's just save that for when we come back.
Right. Yep.
And they launch into space, and everything seems to be going fine until Independence is the ship that Owen Wilson is on.
Well, no, they have to stop to refuel at the Russian space station, and then the Russian space station's really old, so the fuel starts to leak, and then as Ben Affleck tries to turn off the fuel so it'll stop leaking, he breaks off the lever, and then you got the Russian guy is the devil from Constantine.
Exactly. Another, like, you know, I feel like he deserves more roles. He's so good in everything I've ever seen him in.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ends up escaping with them into the Independence because the space station ends up catching on fire and blowing up.
Right.
Which I believe causes like some of the turbulence that happens with the Independence. That one ends up going off course and crashing, ripping our hearts away when Owen Wilson dies.
Right.
It was a horrific death for Owen Wilson too. It's like he'll never cross the range again with his horsies. Wow.
Wow.
But fortunately, Michael Clark Duncan, AJ, and Satan end up surviving, and they're able to come into the Armadillo. Super sweet, Fast and Furious little situation they got going on there. Meanwhile, Bruce Willis and their ship crash land, I believe, was 26 miles off course.
Right.
Where it was,
because remember, this is this asteroid size of Texas.
Right, and it was like, I guess like the place that they were trying to get on is like what, like the soft belly, of the where the other ship blew up,
right?
And it already created some damage to it, maybe getting rid of like the plating that was originally on it,
right? Yeah, it was a softer spot, but where they ended up landing is like they make the comment. It's kind of like it's almost like iron plated. They have to dig through like this iron shield before they can get into like the softer spot.
And Steve Buscemi is like, I've never seen this ever. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's from space, dude.
Right. And they a couple times make comments about what a genius Buscemi is, but he is also like a crazy person. So you think that he's like that regular kind of like goofball idiot that he is in like Adam Sandler movies. But then he's like, when they first land, he's like, well, yeah. Well, we're 26 miles off course. And they're like, how do you know? It's like, because I'm a genius. I mean, you know why we're in trouble? Because we landed on the iron, and we should have been back there on like the soft spot where we could have dug. And they're like, oh my God, how do you know that? He's like, I told you, I'm a genius.
Yeah, but I forgot. He also like, doesn't he like mess up with the machine gun?
Oh yeah,
or whatever. And he ends up killing the chunky dude, right?
No. The chunky dude dies, and then he just starts. He's just basically like, well, we're all gonna die, so I'm just gonna take the weird machine gun that's on the. Because this is like a moon patroller / battle wagon. I'm not sure.
You never know what's on that asteroid.
That is true,
right?
If you got there and there was aliens,
it could be like one of the. It could be like the what's it called, the worm from the Star Wars movies.
Yes, yeah. But he's basically like, oh well, I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot the asteroid because maybe
fuck this asteroid.
Yep. Yeah. Enjoy my last 15 minutes of life.
Right. And unfortunately, with all these things going awry, the government steps in and they're like, we're just gonna arm this nuke right now.
Right.
Which they've already done the numbers, and if they do that, it's not gonna break.
Right. Yeah, because they were like, all we have to do is put a nuke on, and then nuke will kind of push it off course.
Yeah.
And they're like, the NASA scientists are like, no, the nuke's just gonna break it into a bunch of pieces, and then like 15
Hawaii-sized meteors
are going to hit the Earth, and that will be even worse than one giant asteroid. So we need to put the nuke 800 feet down into the middle, and then we blow the nuke. It'll split it in half. If we do it far enough out, the two halves will, one to each side of Earth, and they'll avoid the planet, and the world will be saved.
Right. And so what's it called? Bruce Willis is able to. Oh no, what's it called? Bob Thornton. He tells one of the guys, kill the uplink.
Yep.
And so that gives Bruce Willis time to disarm the captain and what's it called? And convince him, like, we can do this. I'm the best driller. There's never been a depth that I haven't reached. And right, I feel like that's something he had previously had said to his wife before they had Liv Tyler. so the captain, he disarms the nuke, and he's like, fine. Because he makes a plea. He's like, don't you want to go back home to your daughters?
Right. Yep.
And so they get to drilling. Ben Affleck shows up with the other armadillo.
Yeah.
And they're able to make the 800 feet. And it's like this moment of triumph, right? Because the entire world
and there's like this like fun Fast and the Furious, like you said, Fast and the Furious thing, because they're in this little like moon buggy.
Yeah, the Armageddon.
And then they come across like the what they call it, the Grand Canyon of the asteroid, and they decide that, hey, with hardly any gravity, we could jump it.
I know, and for a moment I was afraid that Satan was gonna die.
And they almost, the little jets to land kind of break, and so Satan climbs out of the buggy midair and fixes and he's like, yes, Russian saved the day.
It's so good, right? Because he's so like pro-Russia. He was like, you stupid Americans cannot do what Russians can do. Because he's been in that space station for like, what, 10 years? Jeez, he can't go back to Earth. His bone density is like, the moment he touches down, he might have crushed, I feel like. But yeah, they're able to work together because, you know, Harry's like, well, damn if you aren't a sight for sore eyes. You know, I got to say something about Bruce Willis, right? Rewatching a lot of his movies, I was like, he's not a very good actor. I know that's blasphemous to you. No. Shut your mouth. But he can't live forever on Die Hard, all right?
Yeah.
You know, and like, God, you know, bless him, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I've heard that Bruce Willis is pretty hard to work with from directors' point of views. Like, I remember on Cop Out with Tracy Morgan, he was just a nightmare to Kevin Smith. Which, I mean, I understand, you know, but Kevin Smith's coming from, like, this indie filmmaker background.
Right.
And Bruce Willis is expecting, like, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And it was supposed to be a lighthearted movie, you know, but... You know, I just felt like Michael Clark Duncan was bringing it, you know. But don't worry, because, all right, so as soon as they get down to 800 feet and they try to arm the nuke, they can't. The remote link is all messed up from the last rock storm.
Yeah.
And so they're like, somebody's got to stay behind to detonate it. And he's like, well, we all got to die someday.
Yeah.
Why not? You know, what's a better time than going out like a hero? And so Bruce Willis, like, he's like, I'll walk him down. But as soon as, like, they're about to go out, Bruce Willis snatches his, like, air supply. And he's like, you better take care of my daughter. You better make her happy. And, you know, this is where, like, you know, he sends a message back to Earth. Liv Tyler is, like, watching it. It's probably the best. It's the most acting he did in the whole movie. Because it still gets me. It still gets me to tear up.
It does. Like, it's like, this is a stupid action movie, but there's a couple parts that pull on your heartstrings.
Yeah, especially when it's like a father to daughter situation. You think about their whole thing. You know, their mother left them. His wife left them, and they only really had each other. So it's like. You know, and then she's like pining, like, or she's like, you know, like caressing the TV. She's like, Daddy, no. I was like, oh.
Right.
And then, he's able to detonate it once they get cleared enough. And the entire world celebrates because they're all watching. Because it, like, what's it called? Before that, I remember an asteroid did chip off and it did, like, devastated Hong Kong or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like early on in the movie, and so like the whole world is watching this situation like happen. One of the things that I was kind of nitpicky at is like the whole world's not going to see the explosion because one side of the world is on the other side.
Well, right, but half the world will see it, and then the asteroids are going to split in half, and so the whole world is going to see the asteroids go by it because one on each side.
Yeah, that's a terrifying view to see, right?
Right.
Yeah, but they're able to land back to Earth. You know, AJ hugs his girl, and now the unbearable weight of the will that Bruce Willis had left is now on his shoulders. No, but we get a pretty sweet montage. What's the other dude's name? He was the coach from Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
He's finally able to see his son.
Right.
Because I forgot what was his backstory that he couldn't see his son.
So he and his wife had a bad split up.
Yeah,
and
Will
so
Patton,
he hadn't seen his son since like his son could talk. And so because she's got like a restraining order against him. And so he's like, he shows up and just is kind of like, hey, I wanted to let you know that I just, I have something big coming up, and that I'm sorry. It's like just a heartfelt apology to you. Yeah. And she's like, son, don't worry. It's just some guy delivering something. Go in the house. But then when he's in space, the little son's like, hey, the delivery guy's in space. And she's like, you know what? He's not just a delivery guy. He's your father.
That's such a, like, it's so messed up, right? To tell your son that, like, your daddy's up in space trying to save the world, and now is the time that you want to say that? Because I'm like, a lot of people are like, that's your dad.
Yep.
But he's dead now. Were they able to get like a whole bunch of money from this too? I forgot. Did they ask for like a whole bunch of money too?
They didn't. But I'm sure that they were.
Oh yeah. They're
the group that saved the world. They're pretty much just, at least drinks are free in every bar for the rest of their life.
Oh shit. Oh my god, it's bear. Yeah, drinks all night. Drinks all night, Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah. And then the movie ends with a montage of Ben Affleck and Liv Tyler getting married. The beautiful song from Aerosmith plays.
Right.
I don't want to miss a thing.
And the front row's got pictures, like little placards of each of the past astronauts or oil rig workers. Because
heroes.
They didn't really have the astronauts there. They don't care about them.
You mean the heroes?
The heroes.
All right, guys. Well, we have our next segment coming up where we have high star, low star. Colby, where you want to be?
Oh, so I'm always got to be high. That's underrated, even in the year 2019. So this is a more recent, or not at the time of release.
Yep.
Sometimes IMDb group rating is wrong, and that's okay. I have learned my life being wrong teaches me lessons in life. Which is an awkward sentence. However, in this film, my girl whispered to me that it was perfect, and I have to admit I agree. I have also spoken to many, many friends and family members about this film, and they all call it a 10. So there you have it. Sorry, the critics couldn't do their job well enough for us on this title. Even they make mistakes from time to time. It's okay to be wrong. Be sure to enjoy this with a glass of wine or tea, if that's your choice, because it is so intense I nearly received a heart attack twice.
And then I got a 1 out of 1. The biggest waste of my dad's money I spent in a long time. From 1999. I don't know. I didn't know IMDb was around for that long. Even though my father treated me to Armageddon, I felt as if I wasted my own money. I felt so bad. I apologized to him as we walked out. The movie was so bad I wouldn't recommend anyone to watch this if they could see it for free. It was stupid, long, stupid, non-entertaining, and horrible. This and Godzilla were the worst two movies made in recent years. Why can't more of these blockbusters, in quotation, have the same thrills, hearts, and wit as the Star Wars series? Hollywood should realize that there's a reason these movies are so popular. Don't see Armageddon. Listen, if you're coming at it like, oh, come on, man, like Star Wars is just as far fetched as this movie could be. I don't want to say that though, because you never know. There might be a Star Wars universe going on right now underneath our, well, not in the skies.
It's true. Yep.
So the realm of possibilities all out there. This one is I know, like, you know, if you watch all the YouTube videos about this movie, it's probably very scientifically incorrect.
I think there is probably some science in it.
Yeah.
But there is some extreme exaggerations as well.
Yeah. I can't see Michael Bay having the same dedication that Christopher Nolan did with Interstellar. But you know, it was 1998. It's supposed to be just like this fun disaster movie.
Right.
And, you know,
a fun disaster movie.
like, you know, an action-packed disaster movie.
Yeah.
I felt like this movie had enough heart. You know, like the story, the drama in it. Obviously, it's not as like good as movies today. You know, like with like The Martian and Interstellar.
Right, but it is heavy on practical. All the explosions are real.
Oh yeah,
Michael Bay likes real explosions. So when all the asteroids and stuff are like the meteorites are hitting, excuse me, hitting the Earth and everything's blowing up, real fire. So I mean, if you guys listen to our podcast, you know we're fans of practical effects.
Michael Bay is Danny McBride's character in Tropic Thunder. He's like the pyrotechnic guy.
Yes.
And he's like, let it burn, baby.
But even like the asteroid, they built the entire asteroid in a set.
Super cool.
The asteroid that's flying through space is actually like a mold of the asteroid that's like then filmed, and then like there's a little bit of special effects for like the space debris, but it's not fully.
Yeah, like the CG for this movie is pretty minimal, but as far as like how it aged, I think it aged pretty well.
It did, yeah,
because it wasn't so gratuitous.
Practical and ages so much better than like
full CG.
Yeah, you watch like something CGI from the mid 90s, late 90s, and it's like, it's hard to watch. It's like, this is like Sci-Fi Channel $1 million budget kind of movie.
Yeah. But the fact that this movie has like a lot of the story arcs for a lot of the side characters, like Owen Wilson and the big dude, Michael Clark Duncan, I think that's where the beauty of this movie is at, because it's able to kind of reel you in with all of these characters in such a short amount of time,
right?
And it makes you feel for it. So like when you see Owen Wilson's character die, you're like, oh no,
no, totally. Like I was heartbroken because I was like, he's got to make it.
But you're like, he's not super famous yet.
That's true. Yeah, his name's not even on the billboard.
What do you think? What movie would you say made Owen Wilson's career?
I don't know. Maybe like Wedding Crashers, something like that. Yeah, like he was already a name by then. But
no, I think I'd have to say it was probably Meet the Parents. With Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro, because he was like the little side character. And then obviously they had Zoolander.
Right. He did the Old West movie with Jackie Chan.
Oh, Shanghai Nights.
Yes.
And Shanghai Noon. So yeah, like I feel like it was like, I think Meet the Parents was like his earliest big break one. And then obviously you had Marley and Me, which if you ever owned a pet.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a tearjerker too.
I've never watched that movie because someone told me what happens, and I was like, I don't want to watch that. Like, no. That's gonna. Oh, okay. So Shanghai Noon was before Meet the Parents, so. But yeah, I was like, I don't want to watch that, dude. It's gonna make me cry. I'm gonna cry.
Right. But yeah, you're right. Zoolander was. I freaking loved Zoolander. That movie was.
But yeah, so like, yeah, like the ability to create such connections in a short amount of time, I think is where like this movie really pulls its weight in, because obviously you can nitpick at all the scientific portions of the film, like, well, you know, for them to be able to match up and, you know, get on the asteroid, they have to go this fast, and
right
during that time, you know.
Yeah, and like, you know, like, with the space shuttle technology, they kind of fly like they do in, you know, Star Wars, like they're like making turns and stuff, and you're like, yeah. At that point, they can't do that kind of thing. Yeah. But you know, yeah, you just suspend a little disbelief. I mean,
and you're fine. You know, just watch it for what it is. It's like a sci-fi drama.
they see a giant asteroid the size of Texas coming towards Earth, and they don't see it till like 28 days before it's going to hit us. You know, obviously, that's
All right, Colby. Question: what would be on your list of demands?
I don't know. It's like a week at a sandals resort.
That was
all
one of the
inclusive.
Guys. Yeah, I think that was Steve Buscemi's. One of them. He's all like, "I want a week paid at the Emperor Suite at the Caesars."
Oh yes, yeah. Oh right, because one of them had a gambling addiction.
It's probably Steve Buscemi. Let's sleaze bag. Oh man, yeah. I would think I'd make like all the ridiculous ones. Like I was like, all right. First of all, I want issues number 1 of Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man. Let's get those out of the way.
Right. Yep.
An entire set of Alpha and Beta.
That's magic reference.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't have to work for the rest of my life, and I don't want to pay. The no tax clause is very important.
That's genius. Genius. Because who's not gonna want to come and partner with you for their business if you have the tax clause?
That's true. Yeah, obviously, 98. That's when like Amazon started,
right?
So you'd be like, "Oh, Jeff Bezos, hey, nice to meet you. You don't want any taxes for the rest of your life, and you don't want anyone hounding you for it.
Yep.
All right, well, just make me co-owner, man." You do everything. All I have to do is bring in the no tax clause.
Yep.
And even then, after some time, like in 2015, you could be like, Jeff, it's been a really wonderful relationship. I'm going to take my half. 100 billion sounds good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because their list of demands are so. It's funny because I was kind of mad at that because it was you guys are thinking too small. Citizenship for 2 girls, no questions asked. Oh, who was like? Did you have any besides Owen Wilson? Because it's hard to not like. That's another person I'd be afraid to meet. Obviously, when you meet these celebrities out in the wild. You gotta pick and choose where you're meeting them at, because if you're like waiting outside of a toilet to say hi to somebody, it's like, come on, man.
Right. Yeah, when you're disturbing somebody when they're like eating with their family. Yeah. But just take a selfie with me.
Yeah, but if you see them on the street, it's probably the best time for you to be like, hey, I'm a huge fan. Thanks. But I feel like a lot of people trip out on them when they're like, dude, I'm at a funeral. Can you?
But at like a convention, if they're going to be at a convention, I think they're there expecting to talk to fans and stuff. So like I've met a lot of people like at a convention and almost always had a good experience. There was one artist that I really liked, and I met him before he was famous, and he was super cool. And then like 2 years later, he had like exploded into like superstardom. And then I like went to go have him sign some stuff, and total douchebag. Like it was like totally like the fame went to his head.
Yeah, I remember seeing. So I got to bring this up whenever I can. I did some extra work for the Bourne. I did. But when you do extra work, they tell you like, hey, don't try to talk to the stars, know your place.
Right. Yep.
But we were on a lunch break, and then I had seen Tommy Lee Jones on the escalator. And I was like, it's enough for me to just stand behind Mr. Jones. I don't want to bother him. I don't want to say anything.
Right.
I'm just going to stand right behind him and just soak in the greatness.
I had a friend who had like a little kid who was like a big wrestling fan, and they went. They were gonna go see a show, like one of the wrestling shows, and they got in the elevator at the hotel, and the Big Show came in, and the kid was like, oh my God, you're the Big Show. And he said like the mom said that the Big Show was like super awesome. It was like giving the kid high fives. It was like, you know, I'm gonna choke slam you and stuff. And they were talking in the elevator. And then they got down to the bottom floor where it was opening. And Big Show's like, I know a lot of people around here, and I'm heel right now. So we gotta play this up to the kid. And the kid's like, what? And he's like, the door's open. He's like, yeah, kid, what are you trying to, I didn't give no autographs. And the kid's like, yeah, get out of here.
Was that during the time where the Big Show was like a bad guy?
Yeah.
You gotta, what an entertainer.
Right.
Even outside of the ring, he has to keep up the persona.
You know they do, yep.
That's great. But yeah, as I was watching it, I didn't get to watch this film, again, holidays and all that stuff, but I've seen this film so much when I was younger. And so, I had just, at work, I had some time to watch. Some people were react to the movie just so I can kind of, at least freshen, lubricate my brain.
Right, yep.
Because I don't want to be smooth-brained about it today. And then, I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Bruce Willis is one of the master classes. No.
So I feel like Bruce Willis is a very good actor in a very niche role.
Yeah.
And then, every movie he does, he plays kind of that same part.
Yeah, it's very, it's like Owen Wilson. You know?
Well, yeah.
But you know what? Owen Wilson, been doing great. I loved him in the Loki series.
Right. I'm you got like Nick Cage. He very diverse.
Mm-hmm. Nick Cage.
Not everything he does is good. It's all good.
No, it's all amazing.
It's all amazing. But yeah, some parts are better than others. We'll say it that way.
Oh yeah. But you know what? He always brings it.
100%. Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones, he's pretty diverse. He could play a lot of different roles.
Yeah, the funnest part about Tommy Lee, Mr. Jones. No, it's because even in he's in these comedy movies, but he plays it straight. But he has perfect, he has good comedic timing when to come in,
right?
When to do things, and Bruce Willis, he hasn't done too many comedies. He's done Cop Out. I know he's done one where he had to dress up like a woman. I feel like.
I don't know.
Or maybe it was just a short part.
Because I remember him. Oh, go ahead.
No.
I was going to say, I remember him where I first. There was a show called Moonlighting, where it was him and Sybil Shepherd, and they were detectives. And I remember, and that was he was the funny and she was the straight on that one.
Yeah.
And then shortly after he did Die Hard, and then it was kind of
I'm an
action
star.
is where my heart is.
Yeah, and I'm kind of sad about that because it's nice to see actors take on more diverse roles.
Right.
And I think the last project he did was a reboot of who was that action star back in the 80s, 70s and 80s? He had that pretty sweet mustache and he had that helmet hair. He did that one, I think it was Bulletproof or something, or he was going around with a 6-shooter killing people, but he was like a vigilante. I forgot what that movie was called. But it was But it was one of his last sort of films.
Yeah.
See,
it was Charles Bronson was the original guy.
There you go, Charles Bronson. Oh, he's still acting. What the heck? I thought he stopped acting for a while. Okay. But yeah, I forgot we're coming up to our hour. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're returning, we always thank you.
Right.
If this is the first time you guys are joining us, we do our reviews in 4 different sections. We have Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and the Ultimate Box Collection.
I like Michael Bay. So we did a Michael Bay Ultimate Box Collection with a handful of his movies. I would totally be down with that.
Yeah, I think this movie would be pretty it seems like it'd be strong enough for a Blu-ray.
And I think that they said the Blu-ray has interviews with all the major casts.
Okay.
And then and and that Ben Affleck has a lot of like things that he like funny things he says about the movie that are not so positive. But it was like he was coming off of like his Academy Award, and then he did this, and this was like his first like kind of action movie, and apparently he opted to do like all his own stunts in this. Really? Yeah. I mean, at least as much as Hollywood will allow you to.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's like this movie is not even on his IMDb. Ben, what's going on? What the heck? It doesn't show any of his 90s things. Wow. You know, Ben, you got to remember where you came from. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, he's in Clerks 3. Now I got to watch it. Okay, no. It's all in here. Never mind. See, yeah, I mean, obviously doing a movie like Good Will Hunting and it's not going to compare to Armageddon.
Right.
You know, that was a beautiful movie. And I love the strong Boston accents. It's always hilarious to me. But yeah. So I think this movie, it would be enough to warrant a Blu-ray. You know, it's a movie that tugs at your heartstrings at certain points. It was easy to see why Bruce Willis was so mad at AJ for sleeping with his daughter, just because he viewed him like a son.
Right.
You know,
and it's also like you say, like he's like, we're roughnecks. We're like the manual workers. My daughter shouldn't have to put up with that kind of lifestyle. She should have, somebody who's better than us.
Yeah, but I mean, like, come on, you patented
right. But I feel
drill.
I feel like just as a father, you always want your daughter to have somebody who's better than you are.
Yeah,
and like if you're like I'm in construction, I want my daughter to have something better than that,
Yeah, I mean, it's also probably like maybe because he has such a fondness for AJ. He's like, right. I don't want you and my daughter to have a similar relationship to like what me and my wife had.
Right, yeah.
But you can't choose who you love, man. Sometimes it's just bound to happen. Right. And it's like it's sort of flattering because you kind of pick somebody that's just like your dad. And I think he knew, I think she knew, my dad's a good guy. He's just, he has to be on these rigs for long periods of time, but it could be different for the both of them.
And compared to the looks of almost everybody else that's on that rig, he is.
Oh, you telling me you wouldn't go for a young Owen Wilson?
I would probably go for young Owen Wilson. But besides that, the cowboy, he's definitely
the best
the young hot guy.
Yeah. You know what, the Owen Wilson, I feel like he's aged pretty gracefully.
He has.
Because you see him with the gray hair and Loki.
Yep.
Hot. All right, guys. Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us today. We're always happy to do these for you. Make sure you check out our links down below. We have all of our affiliate links. We have all that down there. We're trying to go to Roadhouse. I've never been. I heard it's delicious.
Right. That's where Patrick Swayze would go. And of course, we got our social medias, and we need you to like and share and follow, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. For no other reason that you can complain about our reviews or praise us or give us suggestions of movies you want to see.
Yeah, months you want us to do. That'd be awesome,
right?
And we here at the Who Watches This podcast hope your 2023 is going well so far.
It's right.
All right.
A few months in, hopefully everybody is still on their resolutions.
Right. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys wanted to see who does our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on her album Music for Podcast 3, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.